Hello and welcome to Quiet Desperation. Today is June 10th, 2023, and Echo Lloyd has been missing for 1,126 days. It is time to bring Echo Lloyd home. So today I watched Kelsey on her Facebook Live, and I was glad to see her. And there were little tidbits a little bit more she shared. And I just wanted to come on here because it's been a while. There hasn't been anything to share in a long time concerning Echo. So I'm taking this opportunity to make a video and encouraging all of you to go to Facebook and watch. I will also put the link to Kelsey's live in Facebook. I'll put the link in the comments section. So I want to start off with saying the Missouri State Highway Patrol is no longer actively searching for Echo. That is what they told Kelsey in December of 2022. Now, I'm jumping the gun a little bit with a video, but I just felt like I wanted to come on here, make a quick video and put it out there. But I will tell you, I am going to call the lead detective on Monday, and hopefully I will be able to talk to him that day or, within a couple days and get a new update. I did try to call, I believe in April I called, and he never returned my call. So I'm going to be a little more persistent this time. So I'm very disheartened because basically that means that Echo, her case has moved into a cold case. So that also opens up the door for other agencies out there, really good agencies who deal with cold cases, to be able to come in and take a look at Echo's case. If you know of any of those agencies like I do, please contact them on Kelsey's behalf. I plan on doing that myself. So one of the things I want to talk about, first of all, is Joshua Smith. I'm not going to go into a lot of stuff about him. I have previous videos where I've really gone in depth into the evidence and what has happened in Echo's case, and hopefully you will go back and watch those videos. I did my due diligence and my research. But I will say, just as Kelsey said, and I agree with Ellie, there is enough evidence to arrest him. But Ellie, I guess, doesn't want to because they're afraid, because it's circumstantial evidence, it could all just get thrown out. I call big time BS on that, because there are many cases where people have been convicted on circumstantial evidence, and there is a boatload on this turd. So the most disturbing thing that Ellie has said is that this neighbor, Joshua Smith, would probably have to commit another one of these crimes to be arrested. That is horrifying, because that puts women in danger and great vulnerability with this guy out there walking the streets in Missouri. I am not only angry at that, I think I would be beyond angry and enraged if another woman had to lose her life because Ellie did not want to do their job and take this turd off the street. I would be furious. If anything happens to another woman at the hands of this man, I hope that family sues the hell out of Ellie. They would deserve it. I mean, it is appalling and despicable to make that comment, that you're willing to let somebody else be hurt or disappear or die at the hands of this violent criminal. He is bad news with a capital B. It just amazes me that and horrifies me that I just wonder how many thousands of men and women who are violent and have done violent offenses to other people are out there walking around not being arrested, and at any moment could perpetrate another violent crime on someone because LE is not doing their job. Oh yeah, let's just wait until they harm another person. It's appalling to me. I'm having a hard time finding the words for a lot of things that I'm seeing, not just in this case, but other true crime cases I follow. I'm very, very disturbed by what I see about law enforcement and how they're handling a lot of these cases. Just really disturbing. And I think it's because, this is my own opinion, and it's my own speculation. But these small town law enforcement agencies, there's a lot of corruption. It seems like there's a lot of corruption, and they're willing to cover for a lot of people, whether it is a relative or another police officer, or I don't know. I don't know what it's all about. But it just seems like there is just so much corruption, and it's so easy for LE to just, if they don't want to pursue a case, they can just bury it. And we have no recourse. Except we do have a recourse. I'll talk about that. So let me repeat what LE, Benton County, has mishandled in Echo's case, in her disappearance. They've been incompetent. They've been great at gaslighting Kelsey. I don't know who else, we only hear from Kelsey. I don't know if it's happened to other family members. I would assume it probably has, or friends of Echo. Stonewalling. And like Kelsey said, why would they call off the dogs? Why would they not allow professional, nonprofit volunteers to come in and search? It doesn't make any sense. This is a missing woman. Why would you not pull out all the stops to find her? Because I'm telling you right now, if I lived in that town where Echo lived and disappeared, I would be scared spitless. Because it means that the people who made her disappear, if they choose to, they can make you disappear. I would be really, really nervous. And I also agree with Kelsey that I think there's more people that know about what happened to Echo. She's very... I've lived in towns like that, where I moved to, and I was the outsider. And if you're an insider, like Joshua Smith is, then you're going to have people protect your bummy. And he does have people protecting him, because they all have something to hide. And if he falls, that means other people are going to go down too. It's just like this web of deceit and corruption and it's just disgusting. And who gets lost? Echo, because of their despicable dishonesty and corruption. So she isn't important enough for them to find. It's just so disheartening. Oh gosh. So I want to go back to what Kelsey. I wish she would have talked more about the searcher who had the dog, and the comment he made about being discredited. I guess this person hit on a specific location or destination, I guess where Echo was. I hope one day that Kelsey will expound on that a bit more. But what I'm focusing on here is his concern that Ellie would discredit him. Okay, first of all, why would Ellie want to discredit anyone who's trying to help? I get it if it's somebody who's maybe trying to mislead, misdirect, they're being nefarious in some way. But if you've got a lay person, I mean, maybe the dog isn't accredited or licensed, as a legitimate cadaver dog. I don't know. But I don't care, because I don't care if Uncle Jed took his bloodhound out to help somebody find their missing loved one, and that bloodhound hits on a hot spot that lets them know that missing person was there. Ellie should take that as a tip, and they should definitely follow up on it, not discredit. Why would Ellie want to discredit a legitimate lead or tip? Once again, I'm at a loss for words, because this is so out of the realm of making sense. It's hard for me to find the right words to say. But I will tell you, I'm disgusted and I'm angry too. The last thing I want to talk about is... No, let me go back to Joshua for a minute. So, like I said, I've talked about him at length in previous videos. And I agree 100% with Kelsey. All evidence points at him. Why he hasn't been made a person of interest or a suspect or had his bummy drug in and been interrogated, I don't know. It is beyond me. He spent 6 months gaslighting Echo, dominating Echo. And then when Echo decided to put up a boundary and distance herself from him, when she went to his house, asked for her keys back, and, wanted some distance between him and her, she disappears. As Kelsey stated, Joshua has never stood up for himself, but he's never stood up for Echo either. I mean, even the day and night she was missing, he went home and went to sleep. He didn't help search for her. He didn't do anything. He just went home, went to sleep. He's never spoken out publicly about this. He's just run. So, like I said before, he is bad news with a capital B. And I hope that all of us could put enough of a flame under the bummy of law enforcement that we could get some movement and maybe get him to be a person of interest, maybe an arrest. I don't know, but I think the only way this is going to get done, I think the only way there's going to be justice for Echo is if all of us who support Kelsey, all of us who care about Echo's disappearance and want her home, all of us who want to bring Echo home, along with Kelsey's family, we should all be calling the lead detective, writing letters all the time, all the time. And I say this in every video I've made. We need to stand up, speak up, and keep the flame lit, because nothing will be done if we don't do that. They respond to that. They respond to an outcry. But they're counting on all of us just walking away from this. I'm not walking away from this. And I hope you won't either. And all the information that you need is in the description below. The phone numbers, emails, all of that will be in the description below. Along with the GoFundMe, because hopefully we can share that GoFundMe that Kelsey has set up for the private investigator. We could share it far and wide. And if you could donate, donate. Let's get that out there, and let's get that up to way past $10,000, because Kelsey desperately needs a well-heeled, experienced, professional private eye. She needs it, and we need to help her to get to that goal. She can't do this alone. So there's one last thing I want to say. I want to talk about the haters. I'm going to start this off with, when I first went into the Facebook groups for Echo, I was in a Facebook group. I didn't realize how nefarious this group was. But when I was told that Kelsey is not welcome in that group, well, I kind of ruffled a few feathers and then I left. Because, what? Kelsey's not welcome in that group. Anyway, so then they came after me. And I got some very interesting, not so nice messages in Messenger. And then they came into my, this channel, this YouTube channel right here, where I'm talking to you on. And they went after me. And I did have a video up for a long time where I talked about the haters. But I took it down. Now I wish I hadn't. Wish I would have left it up. But my main point was, if you have trouble with the family, if you are trying to leave the family out of your quote unquote searching for the missing person, you're the problem. Are you kidding me? How deranged is that? That you've got a group where you don't welcome the daughter who's searching for her mother. You think you know more about the case. It was interesting, the things they accused me of. They accused me of being, having a gazillion sock accounts, and they accused, anyway, I'm not even going to go into that, but they were accusing me of all sorts of really weird, outrageous things. Now, the true crime community, I stay out of those Facebook groups now. I'm in one, for Echo, and it's been fine. But any other cases I follow, or any other groups for Echo Lloyd, I stay out of them, because the people in there are very unwell. They got a lot of mental issues and a lot of control issues. But the true crime community itself, like in here in YouTube, is insane. So you have to tread lightly. Not tread lightly. You have to be very selective on who you give your time and energy to on the cases you follow. For me, I'm going to give away my name on, I'm going to give away one of my names here. I'm a facts girl. All I want is facts. I hate gossip. I hate hate. I hate drama. I despise it. I have zero tolerance for it. But what I really loathe is when you go after a family member who has a missing loved one. Do you know how despicable that is? Do you even understand? In your crazy head, you want to accuse, you want to dig up a person's past, you want to dox them, you want to drag them. Why would you ever on God's great earth want to do that to the family member of a person, to someone who, okay, why would you want to do it to Kelsey, whose mother is missing? I cannot comprehend it. I find it reprehensible, evil, and despicable. It is disgusting and vile. There is nothing we should be doing for someone who is reaching out and asking for help for their missing loved one, but support them. I could care two hoots what anyone's past is. The fact is, the focus should be on Echo, not on gossip, slander, innuendos, digging up something from, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. I could give two hoots what went on in Kelsey's past. Kelsey needs her mother to come home, and she needs us to help her. Echo Lloyd is missing, and she needs voices to bring her home. If you cannot show compassion and grace and kindness and help and assist in generous ways, then you need to remove yourself immediately. The world can be a beautiful place, but it also could be a living hell. Kelsey and so many like her with missing loved ones walk through hell every day not knowing where their loved one is. Unless you walk in her shoes, you have no idea the terror she feels, the grief, all of it, the unknown, the not knowing, the not knowing, how do you navigate this road? And it doesn't help when you have a road where LE is stonewalling and gaslighting you. And then on the flip side, you have complete strangers behind a keyboard coming at you, doxing you, accusing you, digging up your past, being cruel, wanting to intimidate, wanting to lie about you, wanting to control, wanting to say there's no room for you in your own mother's case. I don't deal with people like this. I have I think I have 2 people on YouTube I watch on a regular basis. 2 that I support. I don't put up with this crap. But I realize we live in a world where there is a lot of people who are not well in the head. A lot of people who are so unhappy with their own life. They got to make other people miserable. But go pick another community. True crime doesn't need that in here. True crime needs people who will show love and compassion and support and help to further bringing a loved one home. Not hinder and not hate. With that, I'm going to end here. Be well. God bless. And let's show a little love and kindness, and let's bring Echo Lloyd home. Get off your chair, get off your bummy, use your phone, use your email, do whatever you need to do. Be a voice for Echo Lloyd. Support the GoFundMe. Donate. Donate, donate. Let's keep the flame lit under Ellie's butt. Love and peace to all of you.